and had a great season. But, his success is my success. I got to prove myself just like he's proven himself. So I look forward to it.
From A&M to Oklahoma, what was the biggest transformation in your game you had to make?
I was young when I was at A&M. I think just maturing on and off the field, I needed to do. I wouldn't go back and change anything. I'm grateful for the opportunity I had at A&M, but I definitely needed to sit back, watch how it's done, and OU was the best place for me, and I loved my time there.
Done your measurements already and put those questions behind?
I just I'm loving this whole experience. I showed up and just they told me to put my hand down, told me to stand here, step on the scale, and that's what I did. And everybody made a big deal about it. So
that's a Baker.
Be the number one pick.
Big deal, does that seem strange to you?
Yeah, because it's not it's not a big difference, but it is what it is. And I think we can put all that to rest now. So that's fun. Yeah.
What would it mean to you to be the number one pick?
Obviously, I'm a competitor. I love the game. To be the number one pick would be, that's a kid's dream come true. So, if my name was called number one, that would, I'd be ready to go for sure.
Have you met?
The way for you, especially with the success that he had in his rookie year, how has he paved the way for you to be in the conversation for the number one overall pick?
Again, Bake's success is his success. He did come from Oklahoma. That's my guy, and I wish him the best, obviously. But again, I gotta do my thing. I gotta prove myself at this level, and I hope he continues to do his thing. But his success is his success. So.
Words, why football over baseball, and is that a final decision for your career? You'll be a football player?
Yes, it's a final decision. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I was born a football player. I love this game, and there's no turning back. When I made this decision, it was I'm 100% in.
You're here. You're ready to go. You're gonna run and throw.
I'm doing nothing. I'm just doing interviews. I'll be doing everything at Pro Day. I tend to run on Pro Day.
Why did you make that decision to do it on Pro Day first?
Just that's the that's the timeline that me and my family, my agent, and my coaches felt was best.
How long you were going to measure in how you did today?
I believed, yes. I knew I was over 200. Whether or not I was going to be 5'10" or not, I haven't measured myself. So, was it a surprise? No, but I didn't know what they were going to say, honestly.
What was that like, just having the entire sports world talk about your height and everybody's speculating on all of that for so long?
Yeah. It's I don't really pay attention to it. I can't. I see it everywhere, though. I'm not gonna lie. I see it everywhere. Sitting in the meeting rooms with all the players, and we're just sitting here, and I'm on the TV. So you can't really get away from it, but it is what it is.
Been asking you about your commitment to football or about baseball, and what have you been telling them?
You said what?
He's been asking you about your commitment to football or about your baseball background, and what have you been telling them?
No, I think for the most part, everybody's been pretty solid, knowing that I'm here to play football.
Hey, Kyle, can you share some insight on your relationship with your father and tell us about the impact that he's had on developing you?
Yeah, no, he taught me how to throw the ball when I was 7 years old. So, I definitely wouldn't be here if it weren't for him, teaching me the game of football. As far as all the stuff that, everybody's saying that he has a part in everything that I've done, as far as at A&M and Oklahoma, that I don't know where anybody got that. But, no, he's just a fan of his son, proud of me, and, just like any other dad. So.
Kyler, the Giants pick 6, then they have a lot of talent on their offense. Odell, Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram. What could you bring to an offense like that? And have you thought about playing in a scheme that has that many weapons?
Yeah, like you said, OB, Shep, Evans, Saquon. I think, me in that system or with those guys can be very dangerous. And, at the same time, I don't get to choose where I go. So, if that was the case, I would love to be in that situation. Love to be in New York. But at the end of the day, like I said, I don't pick myself. So.
A lot of people. What do you think is your deal with the Cardinals?
Will I? Yes.
A lot of people have compared you to Russell Wilson. I'm just curious what your thoughts are on those comparisons. Is that a guy you've looked up to and studied?
Yeah, no. I've studied a lot of quarterbacks in the league, but him in particular, just because similar in height. He's had a lot of success, obviously, and I've got to talk to him a couple of times. So good to have him in my corner, as a resource. And, obviously I look up to him. So, watching him do it at 5'10", and kind of putting doubters to rest it's a good deal.
What do you think is your top pro attribute, and what do you have to work on the most?
Top pro attribute? I mean, I'm like I said, I love the game, but more importantly, I think, the mental side of the game is definitely something where I feel, it's unmatched. But I mean, that's just the way I feel.
What are the ways you learn to compensate for a lack of height and being able to see?
I've played I've never been the biggest guy on the field. I'm always the smallest guy on the field. And I've said it multiple times, I feel like I'm the most impactful guy on the field and the best player on the field all the time. So, that's just the confidence that, I have in myself, my teammates have in me. And I've always had to play at this height. It's never, I don't know. Everybody's trying to make it out to be something, but at the same time, I just go out there and play the game that I love.
What is it about Oklahoma's scheme that made you so successful?
What's up?
Would you be disappointed if you're not the first quarterback off the board? Obviously, you and Haskins.
Would I be disappointed? No, I don't. I'm not going into it with any expectations of, if this guy gets taken before me, I'm going to be upset. No, I'm going to be happy wherever I go. At the end of the day, it's an opportunity to go play football. And wherever I land, it's getting a guy that loves this game and is ready to go. And, I'm a winner. So I think that's where my mind's at.
What do you love about the game?
No, I haven't talked to him recently, but he just told me, fellow Heisman winner, when I was at the Heisman deal, he was just talking to me about, football and baseball, situations he's been in, and just, basically just following your heart.
Speaking of which, Bryce Harper got $330 million yesterday, guaranteed. That doesn't give you any pause here with this decision or anything?
How much money is that a year?
Oh, $25 million.
Okay. Everybody makes a big deal about it because it says $300 million. I mean, there's quarterbacks making more money than him a year. I don't. What I love about football? That's a tough question. Everything that football takes out of you, it's all worth it. Honestly, you want me to break down the game of football, right? I mean, it's tough, but there's so much to love about it. Obviously, having success plays a big part in that. Nobody likes to lose, but for me, I haven't done a lot of losing, so it's always been fun to me. It's always been the love of my life. So the fact that I get to continue playing it, and playing in the NFL is a dream come true for sure.
You officially know that you're going to choose football until you made the announcement on Twitter. Do you have any regrets about how you handled that?
Where'd you get that?
That was according to the A's.
No, I definitely let them know what was going on.
Before you made the announcement on Twitter, you informed them you were
Yes, they knew. Yes.
Baseball and football throughout your entire college career, in the summer playing the summer leagues and last year going through that draft process. Do you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulder now that you can just focus on football and you've made your decision?
I don't want to say a weight. I mean, I guess you could say a weight. Waking up before I had even, when it was all out there, knowing that everybody's wondering what I was going to do. I'd wake up and couldn't even go outside my room without hearing myself on the TV. So now that it's out there, like you said, it has been kind of a relief just to be able to work on football, get my body right and focus on football. So I guess you could say that.
How tough was it?
Former baseball guys at the NFL right now, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. How do you think your baseball background is going to help you in the NFL?
People who play baseball, it's a game of failure, and I think that's a lesson that, has helped me a lot. Being patient, it's taught me patience. These are two different games we're talking about, and they both teach you different lessons. So for me, definitely being patient and learning how to fail and come back and just, handling adversity.
Athletically, is there anything from baseball you can translate to football?
I don't know. I am who I am, so there's different techniques as far as, two sports, so.
How tough was it telling the Athletics no?
It was tough, because they invested in me and they just, they were great through the whole process. But at the end of the day, I had to follow my heart, and that's what I did. So.
Moment over the past few months when you kind of realized, no, I got to stick with football.
So what?
What was the moment over the past few months when your mind was kind of made up for you? I'm doing football.
When? I don't really remember the timeline, but you know, I guess after the season when, you know, I really didn't understand, you know, knew how the NFL felt about me because I hadn't played in 2.5 years or so. So, you know, after having the season that I had, you know, going into that season with the mindset of, you know, doing my thing and, you know, lay it all out there and we'll see what happens at the end of the day. And that's what I did. So, and then, you know, the NFL kind of heated up and, I mean, here we are, so.
The Broncos, and if you haven't, what would it mean for you to meet with John Elway, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yeah, obviously he's a legend in, you know, the game of football, but no, I have not met with the Broncos.
Who's the strongest woman in your life, and what has she taught you?
Is it what?
Who's the strongest woman in your life, and what has she taught you?
My mom, and she's I mean, she raised me. She's my best friend. I've said it many times. You know, I am who I am because of her, so.
The risk of injury between the two sports in your decision?
No. I mean, you can't play this game scared at the end of the day, so.
You're at 207 pounds now. Is that close to where you played at? And is that like the weight you're looking to be at when you get drafted?
I mean, obviously, you know, getting older, not being in school, having actual time to eat and do other things, I think has helped me a lot. So I played around 195 in college. So yes, I intend on being bigger in the NFL. Oh, so have I? Yes. I've talked to a couple coaches.
From Baker Mayfield and the time that you're with him at Oklahoma, and what kind of did you take from him, and what impact did your time with him have on where you are as a quarterback?
Yeah, Bake. I mean, I learned a lot from Bake, but you know, aside from him being one of my good friends, it wasn't really anything that he just told me as far as, you know, you need to do this to be great or you need to do that to succeed. You know, he knows talent when he sees it, and we have this we have this respect for each other, you know, off the field and on the field. So I think more so just getting to watch him operate, you know, see how he works. Obviously learning under Coach Riley, all that ties into, you know, why I was successful at OU. So.
You talk about your relationship with Kingsbury, and you think that will impact their decision in the draft?
So, yeah. I mean, Coach Kingsbury, you know, he, you know what type of offense he runs. Obviously, you know, he recruited me out of high school. Have a great relationship with him. You know, if I were to play under him, I think it'd be a great deal. But again, like I said, I don't get to pick the players. All I can do is, you know, show up to where I'm supposed to be, work hard, and you know, get after it.
How comfortable would you be in the air raid?
How comfortable would I be? Obviously, you know, very comfortable knowing, you know, how he operates the offense, what we look for, and how to operate everything as far as, you know, giving everything to the line of scrimmage, receivers, you know, what you see in college. You know, it's not much so what you see on Sundays. So I think, you know, me and him being together it'd be nice.
What did you think of when he said he'd pick you at the first overall?
I was obviously generous words from him. But like I said, I mean, that's the relationship that he's always, you know, been very fond of me, and I respect that, and I've always, you know, never taken that for granted. You know, he's always someone I could, you know, go to if I needed anything. So, it'd be, like I said, it would be fun, and it'd be a great deal if I was picked number one. So.
Tyler, if you weren't playing football, what would you be doing for a living?
If I weren't playing football? Like, what do you mean?
For a living, if you weren't playing professional football.
Did I get hurt? Like
if you just were not playing football, like NFL.
I don't think you can ask that question. I don't know. I would be playing football.
Okay.
Stood by you through the decision-making process to come here.
Yeah, my family, and close friends, obviously, and people that I go to for about anything.
One thing that someone said to you that kind of influenced you?
No, I had to make the decision. To your question, though, I'd probably be, I don't know, I'd probably be coaching somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, coaching something.
You, obviously, you're gifted at what you do. Have you ever, in the course of your football career, from the time you were a little kid on, ever struggled with the game, ever questioned yourself in the game, or have you just been gifted your whole life?
I've never questioned myself. Have I struggled? Yes. my freshman year at A&M wasn't, as successful as, being the number one quarterback coming out of high school, expecting to play now. And I did, but, obviously I failed a little bit. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. I think it needed to happen. Everything happens for a reason. So I think it took that for me to, grow on and off the field. And, going to OU is the best thing that could ever happen to me. So.
What would be your message for other little kids who are out there maybe struggling in the game?
Struggling in the game, you gotta keep fighting. You can't give up. That's not how you handle stuff. You don't just quit. So I would say definitely keep working at it, and if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
You have to work on the most.
What I have to work on the most? I mean, it sounds cliche, but I think just everything. Getting better at everything, every aspect of the game. Obviously, I think I bring a lot to the game as far as, being mobile, being able to throw it from the pocket, outside the pocket. And, I think just, you're going into a locker room full of grown men, and you got to prove to them that you can lead them. So I think there's a lot of stuff to work on.
How better can you get now that you're locked in on just one sport rather than trying to train for baseball and football?
I mean, I didn't really look at it like that as far as, I've been doing both my whole life, so it was just like a switch. It's just, when I'm playing baseball, I'm going all in, and when I was playing football, I was going all in. It's not like there were times I'd play football, or I'd have football practice and go play a baseball game the same day, but I guess to your point, yeah, I'll probably get a lot better. I hope.